Yo guys, what's going on? And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about all of the colorblind mode settings here inside of Fortnite Chapter 3 and which one is actually better for you. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys what all of them look like in-game when you're in the storm, and also letting you guys know which one is actually the best and why you should be using each and every single one. So if you do go on to actually enjoy this video, feel free to drop a like on it and subscribe to my channel with all post notifications turned on, and also feel free to leave any comments down below. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and get straight into the video. So now that I've shown you guys exactly what all of the new colorblind mode settings look like here inside of Fortnite Chapter 3, I'm going to be giving you guys my opinion on which one is the best and exactly why. So of course I've just shown you guys what they all look like, but right now I'm going to go ahead and actually turn my game brightness all the way down. And the reason that I recommend that you guys do this is because of course we have a brand new map, most of which is snow, and chances are for the rest of the season, guys, is going to be snow. So this is why I recommend that having a high brightness is basically like, I mean, it kind of makes sense. Brightness on bright white is basically going to reduce your visibility unless the player has literally a dark black skin, and you can't really like bet on that. So guys, what you are going to go ahead and do, in my opinion, for the best settings, is go ahead and turn your brightness all the way down. Now in terms of user interface contrast, I believe when it goes high, you can't really tell too much of a difference. Obviously it does make your game a little bit darker, but I think this is just uncomfortably dark. Like my skin, don't get me wrong, is dark black, so it's going to look as dark as it can, but I just don't really think it like gives the whole game too much of a good feel to it. So with this, guys, I do personally recommend that you turn your user interface contrast all the way down to 0, or if you do want to have it on a bit, go ahead and turn it up by just a little bit, but a small amount is really all that you guys do need. So in terms of the actual colorblind mode itself, what I personally think is best, I personally think anywhere from Deuteronope 5 to Deuteronope 10 is the best, and here's why. Because as you guys can see, when it's off and I'm looking outside of the storm, for instance, just at these builds, as you guys can see, it really is just like quite bright. There could easily be some sort of player just sneaking in and around these builds, and I really just would not know about it. However, if I do go ahead and actually turn on to Deuteronope 10, you guys can see I do have quite a good feel for it. But if you compare that to off and then colorblind strength none, you guys can't really see it. Don't get me wrong, you can see it a bit, but if we just head straight over to Deuteronope number 10, you guys can see a huge difference with this. If there was a player just through that wall right there, I would be able to tell straight away, guys. But if we do go ahead and actually compare that to something like Protonope, as you guys can see, it's just not as good. Again, the game is really bright again, doesn't really look too great. And of course, Tritonope, one of the brightest ones in the game, just looks horrendous, guys. So that is why I do recommend that the best current colorblind mode settings for Fortnite Chapter 3, or at least Fortnite Chapter 3 Season 1, are 50% brightness, 1 times user interface contrast, Deuteronope, and then basically anywhere that you guys are comfortable. Personally, I like to use Deuteronope 10, but I know some players are more comfortable with Deuteronope 5, as they think it makes the game look a little bit less dark. But a lot of players do like that when you go to edit, this can be darker. And of course, if you go ahead and actually up your user interface contrast, it's going to make it a little bit darker. But personally, I don't really mess with that setting too much. But guys, that is all that I do have for today's video on what colorblind mode setting is the best here inside of Fortnite Chapter 3. Of course, if you did like, feel free to drop a like and subscribe for more content like this in the future, and I hope to see you all in the next one.